What do I want to do here? We just keep going down this way. Hey, how's it going, Marky? Thank you. Yeah, I'm back to playing PoE for a bit now that I got the initial WoW grind completed. Was working on this character a few weeks ago and kind of put it on pause. We'll see how it goes. This does have the strength on it that I need, but we lose some resistances. That's not nice, but I think I'll save this for later. Not done with WoW. I just, the last week or so I put a lot of hours into it for the launch, and I'm at a point now where I can kind of log in every day and just have it like on, what's the word I'm looking for? I can log into WoW now every day and just kind of get done what I need to in a few hours versus like grinding out a bunch of stuff initially at the beginning of the expansion launch, which means I have free time now to play PoE again. I grinded a bunch of like the achievements and a lot of the stuff, leveled up a few characters, And now I'm just basically waiting for the new season to start before I really put a lot of time into it again. So it's like in another week and a half or so. Figure out dexterity. Typically people don't like. There's typically not really a market for WoW streamers, I guess. Like, I don't mind streaming me playing WoW. I just don't know if people would want to watch it because I'm not like a high-end player in WoW, and I'm not like I don't know. I could stream WoW during the day when I also play it. I just don't know if people would want to watch that. I feel like when it comes to WoW, people either watch, like, you know, the Mythic Raiders that play the game, or PvPers, or, like, you know, someone like Asmongold. If you're not, like, one of those categories, people usually won't watch you. But yeah, I mean, I could. A lot of me playing WoW isn't anything, I guess, maybe interesting. I like to farm achievements, so a lot of my time playing WoW, when I'm not doing like you know, like say Mythic Plus when the new season starts, is just me like farming achievements. I'm big on that in the game. Yeah, maybe when the new season starts, I'll stream a bit while I'm like trying to push keys. I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm gonna be playing a melee for like the first time, specifically Frost EK. So it should be fun. I normally play like Mage or Balanced Druid or other kind of range classes, but I really wanted to try out DK with the new hero talent changes and stuff, because I feel like Death Knight is one of the few classes that they really got right with the hero talents. Like, the majority of the classes suck when it comes to the hero talents. They did like a pretty actually terrible job with it. But I feel like a few of the classes, they actually kind of struck what they were trying to do with the hero talents and make them, like, you know, feel like unique or interesting, and Death Knight's one of those. So although like Deathbringer is the better Frost DK spec, I've been playing Riders because I like having the little lore NPCs spawn and kind of fight with me and stuff, because I'm a big like WoW lore nerd. And Frost DK is also doing pretty well right now, even though they nerfed it in the latest tuning patch. It's still like when I get my rotation right and a tank isn't being an idiot and not properly stacking mobs and doing stuff, like, I kind of pump right now, which feels good. So yeah, maybe when the new season starts, I'll stream it a bit. But like, I play it every day. Maybe I'll stream it tomorrow. It's just most of what I'm doing right now is like farming achievements, so I just don't know if people would be interested in that. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, I am excited to be playing. I feel like I feel like I won't feel bad now playing PoE again, now that I kind of got like what I needed to done with the new launch in terms of hours invested. So I'm kind of happy to be putting some more time back into PoE. There are some stuff I still want to, like, there's things I want to finish for this league, to include doing the challenges. So I'll probably be playing my Cyclone guy a little bit this week, because I want to start like knocking out some of these achievements. Like, I need to finish up doing T17 maps. I need to do like another 11 of those, and just get my mappers running maps again, because that's going to be the next easiest one on there. I need to complete these other different types of T17 maps too. That's really it for the hard achievements. The rest of these I'm pretty close to getting. I just have to kind of do them. But I feel like getting 40-40 this league is going to be very doable. So I'm probably going to start working on knocking out these challenges this week too, especially since it's also not the new season this week in WoW, so I'm going to have some downtime. And my Cyclone Shockwave guy is obviously my best character this league to easily farm up all those challenges. So, but I also want to push hardcore solo self-found a bit. I really wanted to see how far I could go in hardcore this league. This build should be interesting. This build is not going to be really good at doing T17s, I think, but I should be able to fairly easy do bosses on this character. So I think like I'll probably, outside of like Ubers and T17s without some serious investment, and that's mostly because this is solo self-found right now, I feel like if I was playing this on hardcore trade, I think it'd be a lot easier, right? Because I'd have access to things I need. But in solo self-found, I feel like this will be just fine doing like T16 mapping and killing the regular bosses and all that kind of stuff. If I get lucky with some unique drops, then I might be able to do some the very high-end stuff on this character in hardcore. Yeah, but I think my initial goals for this guy is going to be like complete the Atlas, get all my Void Stones, and then go from there. Which I think should be easy enough. I think like I think even Maven and Uber Elder are going to be pretty easy on this character. And that's even with me playing like an idiot in this game. Wrong way. The only downside to playing hardcore solo self-found is obviously you gotta put a lot of time into it to grind out what you need. And I can see this kind of taking a back burner when the first season comes out in WoW in a week and a half. At least for like a little bit. I also have a Resto Druid that I want to I was initially going to heal for the new WoW expansion, but I feel like healing's in a weird place right now. I really don't like how dungeons are in the current state of WoW, where like tanks pull half the dungeon, and then like they're doing it right now in Heroics, and I feel like tanks are trying to like pull the entire dungeon, and it makes it very stressful as a healer. Like I'm able to keep up with it, but it's just not fun. And it's almost like they don't need to be doing it that insane. And it usually causes wipes, because most of the tanks doing it like actually don't know how to use their defenses or do other stuff. Or a lot of the times like the DPS don't know how to use their defenses when the tank is pulling half the fucking dungeon, and so they get killed from like screen-wide AoE that starts happening from like 18 packs being pulled. So as a healer it just feels really it's really shitty right now. So I think like once keys come out, it'll feel better because tanks aren't going to be able to pull like that crazy. But like they'll do big pulls, but it won't be like the entire dungeon like people are doing right now. It'll be more controlled. I think we go for this wheel next. I enjoy, like, when we talk endgame and WoW, I enjoy mythic keys more than I enjoy rating at this point. Like I think heroic rating is fine. I think mythic rating is way overtuned. Like unless you're like in an extremely good guild, a lot of guilds that do mythic rating will spend hundreds and hundreds of wipes on progression bosses because the game is just usually the last like 2 bosses of a raid are tuned radically out of line with the rest of the raid, and people spend weeks just trying to kill one boss, and I don't find that fun anymore. And to me, that's not fun. So I enjoy keys more than raiding. But I'm hoping that delves are going to be really good once the higher delves are out, because if I can just do delves as like a form of endgame content and not really even have to engage with other players, I'll probably do that more than anything, because I really don't like dealing with other players in retail WoW, because people don't even talk to each other. You queue into something, you don't even say hi to each other. It's not an MMO anymore, it's like a live service game. So I'd rather just do delves as endgame content if the gear is as good as getting like Mythic Plus runs and stuff. Really, in Classic WoW is the only time I enjoy dealing with players in WoW, because like people actually have to talk to each other in Classic WoW and do things together to get things done. They've completely decentivized, like there's no incentive in retail WoW to actually talk to other players anymore. And usually most people, when they talk to each other in retail WoW, it's just like toxic. So I might end up becoming like a full-time delver. It's probably going to be what I end up doing. I was actually on the Cata train. I was really enjoying Cataclysm a lot because I felt like the rating was in a sweet spot where it was like somewhat challenging, but it wasn't like, you know, insanely hard. But after my guild completed tier 1 and we got like Cindergosa and everything down, like people just stopped showing up, and then it kind of fell apart. And it also kind of worked out because it happened right before the War Within launched. But yeah, that was kind of shitty. So I was having fun. I was raiding 2 nights a week in Cata and really enjoying it, and then the guild fell apart. And I could find another guild. I was playing with oh, that's kind of nice. I was playing like with real life friends, and I don't really have an incentive to keep playing. The only reason I was really playing Classic WoW was to play with like my friends that I've played games with for years. Yeah, T11 is a really good rating tier in Classic WoW. It's one of the better rating tiers they did. And Firelands is also a really good tier. Like the first 2 tiers in Cataclysm are really good. I actually like T11 more than T12, because Firelands gets kind of boring very quick. Because it's one raid, it's not that many bosses, and outside of Heroic Rag, it's not really interesting once you get through progression. Yeah, Firelands was pretty good. Yeah. The reason I like T11 more than Firelands is I like the variety of raids. So you kind of have like different flavors of things to do every week. And you have bosses like Cindergosa that are also pretty cool. got a calling wand. Might be able to craft a better minion wand.
Orb of Scouring!
Oh, we got a Soul Eater. That's just fantastic. Get our guys to kill this guy. Oh wow, thanks Marquis, that's insane. Much appreciated, holy shit. Thank you. Was not expecting that, man, thank you. Take it easy, man, appreciate it, thanks for all the subs. There we go, armor energy shield.
Orb of Regret!
I need to get some better rare drops. I also need to get my flame dash socketed somehow. Gotta get a better pair of gloves. Really, the only thing I gotta figure out right now is mana on my EK, because it feels pretty shit. Ooh, Bone Circlet. I have to invest on a little bit more regen on the tree, maybe. Till I get a roll and a gear. EK. So far, so good.
So, divinity doesn't just reshape itself.
It's gonna be nice when I can get 2 more specters going. What's up, Fed? How's it going, man? Still living the Xbox life? Oh, nice, dude. Finally got the Progenesis. How does it feel with Progenesis? Is it a lot more smooth with the savage hits?
So courageous. Such a fine example of womanhood. I simply knew you wouldn't disappoint me. Or my husband. You see, His Majesty could never be satiated on his wedding day by one bride alone.
No, yeah, you still gotta... when you're doing like really difficult stuff, you still gotta kinda, you know, play a little bit sensibly. It does save you from those occasional like one-shots though. Took it 97 and been practicing Maven for the first time. Yeah, Maven's an interesting fight. Her memory phase is like the gimmick, you know. Once you kind of get comfortable with the memory phase, it's not too bad. Oh, yeah. It's definitely difficult on the last one where you gotta also dodge the laser beams. That makes it very unfortunate. Kind of want to try to craft a better one, but we don't have a lot of resources left here. Yeah, Maven can be she can be a thing. Really need like a good minion damage roll, because that's going to benefit my EK. Would be dope if I could get like just minions. It's 21% increased damage, that's better. Plus it has minions have increased attack speed. This isn't awful. I might be able to also craft on something. damage with you. Is that really... Guess cold damage to spells benefits my EK. I believe EK has the physical tag. Yeah, so I could just do increased phys damage. Would probably be okay too. Let's re-raise my zombies. Oh, you know what I should have on them now is Elemental Army. I don't think I have that being applied by anything, and we could use that. So let's grab Elemental Army. Would a Mage Blood be an upgrade for Cyclone? It doesn't work with Progenesis, right? Yeah, I mean, you can... using a Mage Blood with a Progenesis is fine, because we leech on Shockwave Cyclone, you could you could like not use a Life Flask and just run 4 Utility Flasks with a Progenesis. Progenesis kind of gives you like a stagger effect if you set up its auto correctly. And you could really handle a lot of the defensive aspects of your build with a Mage Blood. You could also run a Mage Blood with like 3 Utility Flasks, but it's obviously better doing it with 4. I have run a Mage Blood with a Progenesis as my one unique flask in the past. Yeah, typically when I do it, I get Corrupted Blood on a Jewel, is how I handle that. Because like, with the Progenesis, you kind of want to set your flasks up to be like a Topaz, Aquamarine, you know, etc. So you can also get the increased cap on max resistances, or you run like a really juiced Granite Flask and Jade Flask. I probably wouldn't run Corrupted Blood on a Utility Flask, because you don't get the extra scaling benefit out of it when you can like enkindle it and stuff. It's better if you can get it on a Jewel. I need my zombies. Okay, there we go. Also, do we pass? Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, you can solve like all the resistance issues that the build has. That's, you know, that it's tight on with the Mage Blood setup, which then frees you up to get even better DPS gear, which is obviously always nice. Yeah, Hex Blast is pretty insanely good. Still capped at 1 Spectre, right? Yeah, okay. I think it's like, I forget what level the gem needs to be, it's like 15 or 17, something dumb, before you can get the 2nd Spectre. Once we have that, we'll have 3, it'll be pretty good. gotta do second lap soon too. Right now it's level 12. Yeah, we're not quite there yet. Yeah, I never played Hex Blast. I've watched other people play it. Maybe one day I'll give it a shot. It's pretty insanely good. Yeah, it's pretty good skill. I need to spec in the quicker convocation. That'll be nice too. Definitely need to grab that. Yeah, it's a great bossing character for sure. Yeah. Typically that's how this game is. Like, if you're doing insane damage on a build, most times it's your glass cannon. There's very few builds where, like, you do insane damage and also you're, like, insanely tanky. It's not very common in PoE. Which is why that's such a popular build. Anything that's, like, really high damage, even if it's a glass cannon, is popular. But it's gotta be like a lot of damage to make it worth the downside. My convocation not working, that was weird.
What's the useless piece of shit? I will uncover the secrets hidden in these shadows.
Alright, I'm definitely hitting it. Yeah, is it minor? Hex Blast minor, right? Yeah. That can be a bit of an adjustment, getting used to playing a mining build. It's not, if you're not used to playing like a miner, that can be a bit annoying to get used to the stopping to lay the mines. Bro, am I really gonna have to go all the way around this place? It's fucking disgusting. Yeah, but it's something you can preload 20 mines on bosses. Yeah. Yeah, that initial burst you get off of it is really good. You gotta be careful when you're playing a mine build though, because you can like, there's this weirdness that can happen where your mines get delayed after that initial burst. And it can feel a little off. But I think with enough throwing speed, it's not too bad. But I don't, it may not even be throwing speed. There's a thing where like with mining builds where they won't detonate after, like there's this weird chaining thing that can happen. So like if you throw down too many mines and replace the ones that you threw down and hit your detonate ability, there can be a delay. It's like a weird glitchiness with mining builds. So as long as you're not overthrowing your mines, I think you avoid that. Because I believe it'll try to chain your mines first come, first serve. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, that'll work. You don't. Yeah, we didn't have automation last time I played Miner. I forgot that's the thing. You had to manually cast them or detonate them. Probably makes it feel a lot better now. Well, that was spicy. I have no chaos resistance right now, so that shit hurts. Gotcha. Yeah, mining builds might be kind of fun now, since you can automate the detonation stuff like that. That was the one thing I kind of like. It wasn't too bad when you could put it on left click, but since you can't left click detonate mine anymore, which is incredibly stupid that they took that shit out of the game. I know why they did it, but it sucks. It sucks that they did that to PC players. But yeah, I guess having something like automate makes up for that. I guess we'll get the last damage node here, and then I think at this point I'll pick up some mana reservation nodes, increased infect. Probably the next thing we go for. bet running like a... Could try running clarity. That would probably make this go better. I just don't have gem sockets. Yeah, but I... Probably gonna have to try to fit a clarity in. Where could I fit a clarity in? I guess the helm if I reroll the colors. I don't have a lot of chromes though. 2 blue, 3 blue, and a green. It's gonna be tight. What does Varici have to say about a 36-36? On average, 26 chromes to hit the colors. Let's see if that happens. Is there a sport gem to lower cooldown on Frostblink? Maybe... I don't think there's a support gem that lowers the cooldown that I can think of. At least nothing comes to mind. Probably not going to hit this. I don't have a lot of chromes. Bro, yeah. Rip. Guess I could drop Flesh Offering for now. I have more than enough damage. And I think running a Clarity is going to be more important for quality of life. Do not have enough gem slots to run a flame down. Well, I guess I share a CD. That doesn't help you. Just do this for now. I'll have to figure out gem sockets later. better one boost. Now we regen more mana than the cost of the spell. There's that. So I am playing a minion build. I'm playing Frost Specters. I'll be using the Legion Frost Specters once I get to maps. Right now I'm using these like Revenant things. And then I'm also using Ethereal Knives to trigger Frost Phantasms. So the idea is like long term, if I get like a Wraith Lord and lucky with a few other things, I'd go like a pure Spectre build, but until then I'm playing like Spectres with Phantasm support, doing frost damage. And it's kind of cool, you use like Ethereal Knives, when you use Ethereal Knives with Spiritual Aid, so that your minion damage also affects your modifiers. Ethereal Knives actually does decent like just base damage on stuff. So like by itself it actually hits like regular mobs pretty hard. Like I'll either one-shot them or get them to like 20% life just off Ethereal Knives, and then it spawns the Phantasms, which help with clear. Yeah, I kind of wanted to play like something with Ethereal Knives, and I was like, oh, it'd be cool if I used it as a way to trigger Phantasms in a minion build. I'm gonna probably run the Merc Lab to get the Ethereal Knives that does like the AoE of knives around you, which I think will do a lot. No, so I spam Ethereal Knives and it summons the Phantasms, and then the minions by themselves will just attack and kill everything. So it's basically a one-button build, right? I just spam Ethereal Knives and my minions kill everything. And then occasionally on a tough mob, I use Frostbite. It manually right now is my curse. And that's about it. The single target damage is pretty good. Like minion builds are pretty notorious for doing pretty good damage just off of the tree itself. At least all the way through like to T16s and stuff. You start needing like really customized gear, right, if you want to run like T17s and that kind of shit. But just doing like the base game itself, like you can get really far with just, that's why it's really good in a solo self-out environment.
Hello. Farewell.
I'm gonna turn that plum in. I've had that shit since Act 3. But yeah, once I get the minion that I really want for my specters, they're gonna do most of my damage. The forged frostbear thingies are pretty insane. But you can only get those from Legion, so I'm gonna have to run some Legions to get the right corpses. And I won't be able to do that till I get to maps, so this will feel even better once I get those guys. So the way the way you spawn specters off corpses is you either target corpses in the game, and when you have raised specter on your bars, like I do now, if you press and hold the A key, which is the default shortcut, it'll highlight corpses on the ground, so you can see which ones that you want to summon. So you can see now my target UI, it's showing the different corpses. And then once you raise specters from a particular corpse, it gets saved to your desecrate ability. So when I use desecrate to spawn corpses, it'll have the corpses that I want for my specters in this pool of corpses, so that I don't have to go back to certain maps or things later on to find them. So you just got to find them once, and then desecrate will keep a memory of the like the last several things that you've raised. Yeah, I don't keep Raise Spectre on my hotbar unless I need to actually use it, because I'll do the same thing. I'll hit the wrong key and then fuck up my specters. But you don't need it on your hotbars. Like, you just, you know, you just need it to get the specters up, and then you're good to go in case they die. And typically on a minion build, my specters aren't going to ever really die, because I have a lot of points invested in, like, minion life. And so, like, right now, like on my skill tree, I have stuff like minions don't take bleeding damage when they move, minions have additional physical damage reduction, minions have extra life and resistances. I have stuff like minions recover 5% of life on other minions' death, so when my phantasms despawn or die, it then heals all my other minions. Eventually I'm going to also pick up this minion's leech 1% of damage's life. So yeah, just lots of... I'm eventually going to go into these points right here, which give me minions deal more damage and have extra life. And then eventually minions have regeneration. I also have minions have regeneration over here, increased life. And then on the Ascendancy, we'll pick up Bone Barrier, which will give me, which will give my minions 40% of their life as extra energy shield. So then all my minions will have a big energy shield buff over their health pool. So like all my zombies right now that don't have that, my specters, like they're all going to have half their HP basically as energy shield on top of that. Yeah, eventually I'd run an Animate Guardian on this with like gear on it, but in solo self-found that can be kind of hard, right? You don't have access to just like all the uniques you'd want to have. It's doable because like you can run an Animate Guardian with some of the more cheap common uniques, and eventually those will drop even in solo self-found. You just got to play a lot. But yeah, you'd run like an Animate Guardian with some of the uniques to buff your minions to get further scaling out of it. If I go Animate Guardian, I'll pick up some more stuff on the tree like this right here, because unless you have certain uniques, your Animate Guardian can be a little squishy, but if you pick up like this right here, your minions get chaos resistance. and they get more life as energy shields. So typically if I'm running an Animate Guardian and I don't have the access to the uniques I wanted, I'll pick up this cluster right here. My minions get like almost chaos resistance capped off this wheel right here, and they get more ES as life. Or life as ES, I should say. It's also just good for my other minions in general, to have that. I go for a lot of defensive stuff for minions on the tree when I play solo self-found until I get like the right gear and stuff like that, because it, you're right, the whole idea is you don't want your minions to die, especially because this is going to be a build that relies on specters. I don't want my specters to ever die. I want them to just kind of truck and take hits, no matter what the damage source is. So right now, chaos damage isn't really a concern in the campaign, but I will definitely be probably picking that up also for my specters when I get sometime into maps, probably like yellow maps. Yeah, there's so many builds in this game, man. Like, it's really, sometimes it's hard to decide what you want to play. I'm notoriously like a minion player, like that's typically, and specifically I've played minion skeleton builds over the years. Minion skeleton builds have always been my favorite. But minion, like skeletons have kind of become, they've kind of fallen off in power. Like, elemental skeletons are just really bad right now, and physical like skeletons, like the melee ones, aren't bad still, but they're not as good as like using like SRS or something. Like if you're playing a minion build right now, it's typically like gonna be SRS or specters are gonna scale the best. But that changes over time. Just like abilities with like ranged abilities or melee abilities. Over time, there's minion builds that are better than other minion builds, and that changes over the years. Like there was a point where SRS was only used for leveling; it was never used for playing the end game because it just didn't do a lot of damage at end game compared to the other minion archetypes. And that changed in the last, like, I want to say in the last like 2-3 years that changed. Oh, yeah. So I found that the best way to get a power rune, because I got a couple on trade from the ships, is you have to send like really large shipments. I don't know if you've tried doing that, and I'm talking like 20 million plus shipments. But if you send like the really big boys, I found some success with getting power runes doing that. It wasn't like every time, but it was a couple times where I was like, okay, this I think is the way I have to do this. Alright, game. Where's the waypoint? Yeah, so like I was testing the waters with it, and I was sending out like 20 million plus shipments, just juicing the fuck out of the ships. And that's when I was seeing like not only a few divines a boat, but I was seeing like the power runes and stuff like that. So I don't know if you have to send like 10 million or 15 million. I don't know what the threshold is to kind of reliably see a power rune, but in my experience, it was sending very large ships out. Alright. What is my mana regen at now? 45? So this should feel pretty good when I cast EK now. Yeah, it's pretty much almost instantly back up. She's probably, I have no idea where she is. Maybe all the way up here. I wasn't sending boats every 30 minutes, so what I would do is I would like play the game for like 6 to 8 hours, and then I would send a ship at the end of a gaming session. And I would send it like on the long route or whatever, and then when I logged back in, I would collect the rewards. Yeah, you can't do that like every 30 minutes. You can't get generation of stuff that quickly. So you just do it like, you send like 1 ship a day or something, or 2 ships a day, one at the beginning of the day when you log on and your resources have stockpiled, and then like 1 several hours later when they've stockpiled again. Which in my experience was not worth it. That's why I ended up doing like the smaller ships. I need a boss killer. You should play some Hex Blast Miner. That's what Fed's doing. RF is not good for doing bossing, particularly Maven. Yeah, it's not yeah. You can do it for sure, but it's rough, especially with the degen on the beams. Yeah, if you want a boss killer, you could play like a pure Spectre build, would probably be fine. SRS is probably like a good one, right? Like Poison SRS. Bama is probably alright, but I'd probably play, if I was playing a minion build, I'd probably just go Poison SRS if I want a bosser. Hex Blast Miner would be good. That Archmage, Ice Nova, Frostbolts bullshit is probably good for bossing too. Because it does so much damage. My Cyclone Shockwave Slayer is great for bossing. I was able to do Uber Pinnacle bosses and T17 bossing on it. It requires a lot of investment though to feel good doing that. I actually was talking about that earlier. I gotta still finish like some T17 maps for the challenges this league. Probably doing that this week on my Cyclone guy. Oh, I'm lagging. It's unfortunate. Yeah, you need a good weapon. But that's the thing, Fed, like any melee build you're playing, you're going to need a good Fizz weapon to be doing T17 and Uber Pinnacle bosses. It really doesn't matter what build you're playing, whether you're doing like Cyclone or you're doing Berserker Slams or whatever you're doing. If you don't have a good Fizz damage weapon, you're not going to have a good time doing in-game bossing. Yeah, it's rough. I had to craft mine, and that cost a lot of money, and I can only imagine how much it would cost on a game mode, or game like playing like a console, where you have less resources. I wonder how many people are still playing console right now, because like PC has obviously dropped off, because we're like, what, a month plus into the league now? Or almost a month in. Yeah, I'm talking to Fed Napper. Yeah, not even a base is available, nobody's doing Staff Cyclone. Yeah, I'm not surprised. But, I mean, like, you should be able to pick up the Deafening Essences and things like that, too. The base is the rough part. You might have to make your own base and use Fractured Orbs. That's what I had to do. I just bought an Ezomite Staff and used Fractured Orbs to get the base that I needed with the Bright Fracture. But that's probably going to be a lot more expensive on Xbox. Yeah. It's definitely rolling the dice. That looks like death over there. Yeah, if you're playing SSF Napper, I would go for like an SRS poison build. Because you should be able to eventually craft like the jewels you need for chance to poison on hit. And oh, you made it to 100? Nice. Yeah, I would do like poison SRS, and I would. The only problem is like, do you have like a covenant? Because if you got like a covenant, then you're pretty much good to go. Oh, you know, and then you can like try to target farm the Cholula weapon and shit like that. Doing breach. You can do it without Covenant, right? It's just not obviously as great. But like you can target farm the Cholula weapon, and you can also like craft the Abyss Jewels you need for poison on hit. So like, you know, it's doable. You're gonna want to try to get a Covenant though, right? Obviously for really scaling the damage. Also, like, another thing that's really good on those builds is, like, Amamanu's Gaze, so you're going to want that Abyss Jewel. Yeah, there you go. So you've got the weapon. So, really, I would just play Poison SRS. Because even without Covenant, it's going to be pretty good. I mean, if you can get the Abyss Belt, yes. Like, it's good. The reason a lot of people use that Abyss Belt is you use, like, Amamanu's Gaze, the Abyss Jewel unique, so you get, like, the dot scaling, and then you can use the, you can put 2 of the Abyss Jewels in your belt for, like, extra life and a chance to poison on hit. So, like, that belt's really good because you need to get your minions to 100% chance to poison, right? And you can get double the effect of the jewels in the belt. So a lot of people will run like a life and chance to poison jewel setup on the 2 in the belt, and that like very easily gets their SRS minions to poison cap on hit. And then you use that in conjunction with like an Amamanu's Gaze to also scale extra dot damage off of all the Abyss Jewels you're running on the build. If you have a Wraith Lord helmet, Pure Spectre is also really good this league. That's kind of what I'm doing in HC SSF, is I'm playing like a Spectre / Phantasm build, and then if I get lucky and don't die and get a Wraith Lord, I'll transition into like Pure Spectres.
Orb of Scouring.
So Wraith Lord, they reworked the Wraith Lord helm. So Wraith Lord makes it where you can only use Spectre minions, you can't use non-Spectre, but you get like an additional Spectre for every, I think, Abyss Jewel that you have socketed. So yeah, Wraith Lord. You cannot have non-Spectre minions, you get +1 to maximum number of Spectres per socketed Ghastly Eye Jewel. So you socket 4 Ghastly Eye Jewels in the helm, and you get 4 extra Spectres on your cap, so you can run like 8 or 9 Spectres on the build. But you can only run Spectres. You can't run other minions. But yeah, when you have like, you know, 8 fucking Spectres, you don't need other minions. It's actually an insanely good helm. Gives you also +2 to level of all your minion skill gems. Yeah, I was talking about this earlier. I probably wouldn't run skeleton builds right now. I think skeleton builds are kind of dead. Like, they're still doable, but unless you're doing like a strength stacking like melee skeleton build, which requires a lot of uniques to work, I don't think skeletons are as viable as other things right now. They're doable, right? Like a strength stacking melee skeleton build is still doable in this game, but it requires a shit ton of investment in uniques, which is going to be hard on solo self-found. It's way easier to play something like a Pure Spectre build, or like what I'm doing, or Poison SRS, or like anything else, honestly. because they've kind of fucked skeletons right now. Skeletons are not really good in this game. Not like they used to be, in comparison to your other options.
Just a useless piece of shit.
Which makes me kind of sad because like I even have it on my Skelly builds for the win. That's been like my notification tag for like 7 years in this game. Skeleton builds were like my jam, dude. I played them like every league. And then they just, like everything in this game, they changed the minion meta and they just haven't been as good for, I want to say like at least 2 years now. Minion, like if you play a skeleton minion build, you're kind of at a disadvantage unless you're doing some heavy investment. Feels bad. Ooh, these guys are chunky. I think we'll pick up that convocation now. Is that... It's on the life nodes. Do I have that anywhere else? Right now I don't, so I guess we'll pick that up here. Increased cooldown recovery on convocation is really nice. Quality of life.
The foulest thaumaturgy hangs in the air. I approve.
Interesting. So we'll keep stockpiling wands in case I need to. Well, I will need to craft better wand later.
Good to see you, Steve.
I like convenient as the base type because it's typically cheaper to equip.
Don't do anything I would.
Yeah, the best thing to do fed for minion builds is if you're not comfortable with like building one is just find a guide. There's a lot of different things you can do with minions. And just like everything in this game, it can be kind of involved for like the setup for what you're trying to do. Unless you know like minions pretty well.
That's a flask.
I feel like when I hit my convocate, it's not actually convocating. It's pretty garbage. Gotta really hold down my mouse wheel. Can you get awakened gems from destructive play? I'm not sure. I think so. I know they drop from Maven. I don't know if they drop from destructive play. I think so. But that might be like a Google question. I don't wanna bullshit you on that one. Damn, she got trucked. Holy shit, dude. The minions, they slap, bro. What the fuck? No, that was the meteor, I think. That might have been the meteors from the, Yeah, kind of like my gut instinct is to say yes, that destructive play causes... I think any boss witnessed by the Maven can, but... I don't normally have played destructive play a lot in the past, and I would suspect that probably bosses have a better chance of dropping the awakened gems, like Maven and Cyrus, than actually doing map bosses, but I would feel like they have that scale more higher drop rate on actual bosses, but I don't know. Yeah, I think I've seen that. I think I've seen one drop before when I have played destructive play, but I don't really do destructive play a lot, so. But definitely, if they do drop that way, if you're not comfortable doing Maven, that's for sure a good way to get them. Cyrus is also pretty good. I believe he still drops them. But that's how comfortable are you doing a Cyrus fight. Cyrus is typically not too bad. Good old Exarch farming. Oh, we get an extra Spectre now, so I should raise a third one in a second here. Yeah, if you can get the fragments somehow, one of the frag maps is always not dropping, like... Yeah, but aren't Cyrus frags pretty cheap? Like, they're insanely cheap on PC. I don't know what they cost on the Xbox market, though. But on PC, they're, like, very cheap. Typically. Come on, game. Give me my revenants. Just need one more revenants. This is the shitty thing about playing specters, is sometimes you have to spam the shit out of desecrate before you get your minion to spawn. It should be saved in this pool though. Pretty sure I could also do this. I could unspec this. Did I lose my revenants though? Probably. We might have to just go back. They should be in the pool though. That's crazy that they're not showing. Alright, I ain't got time for this. We'll just fucking go resummon them. This garbage. Where did I get those again? I think it was... Act 4 Harvest, maybe? The Stygian. I think they actually might be in Belly of the Beast. Like, they're not Stygian Rovens. Pretty sure they're not the Stygian. They might be. It's like the How's Hesman and Baron frags and stuff like that. Yeah. Shit. I might have to run back all through this, probably. Okay, so it is these guys. Cool. Oh, that means... Alright, so now they definitely should be in my pool. Forgot to get the third one. There it is. And cool. Alright, now we got 3 of these guys. Oh shit, did my spell echo raised a second one? That wasn't the type I wanted. Great, so now we gotta do this. This is the shittiest part about playing a Spectre build. This is like fucking stupid. Okay. Like I suspect it got like 10 of each map. Yeah, typically when you're boss farming, you would just buy the frags, especially for like doing Cyrus farms. They're very cheap usually. Yo, why is it not? It's supposed to weight a heavier chance on the ones you actually use. Why are you linking an Awakener's Orb with a unique? I don't understand. Yeah, not too expensive, 20C each. That's not too bad for the Xbox market. Oh, from doing Cyrus. Okay, gotcha. I was like, I thought you were trying to tell me you were gonna use a Woko Orb on a unique. I was like, I don't understand. Yo, why is it not spawning the fucking Revenants, dude? Holy shit, this is like ridiculous, bro. This is actually crazy that it's not spawning my mob. What the fuck is going on with Desecrate? It should never be this fucking crazy. There we go. What the fuck is this game doing? Alright. That was way more ridiculous than it needed to be. Yeah, good old crown. Alright. Congrats, dude. What do I want to grab now? Probably should just grab this. And we can go for more life afterwards. Oh, let's also get rid of that, so I don't ride my dudes. Where's the exit? This way? Gear sucks. I need so many better rares right now. Thanks, G, for the sub. It's much appreciated. That's not good. We're gonna run away from that shit. For sure. Okay. It's my least favorite act. Takes forever. No. Like, you want movement speed. Action speed can be better depending on your build. But, are you talking about on the Cyclone build, or are you just talking about generally? Oh, it depends on what you're looking for the stats on a boots. A lot of those options tend to be defensive, so like if you need more resistance or chaos, obviously it's better. But if you don't need like an offensive one, then I would probably go for... If like you're fine with your movement speed, I'd go with the action speed, yeah. It'll benefit your... I think it will help with your mind throwing. But generally speaking, like, it's such a low percentage that I'd probably just go with the movement speed. Yeah. There's no cap to movement speed, so it's always, the more you can get, the better. Like, how much action speed can you get? If it's like 5%, I don't think it's better than the movement speed.
I will soon take this power for my own.
It's supposed. Tell me something. Any chance you might be willing to join
This
forces?
cold lightning, it's my worst. It's a shame. Can't even craft movement speed on these.
Don't do anything I would.
I'll probably go turn in some quest items that have been just sitting in my bag forever. I guess at this point, I could go for the life regen and armor life here. It's probably pretty good. What do I have on my skill tree? This is pretty good too. Get some extra life here first, I guess. And mana, I believe. Let's go turn in all these quests. Wonder if they'll nerf the 5 Orisium Scarab boats. It's awesome. Got so many good Scarabs, sending only 5 Orisium with 1 level 4 sailor on each boat. Probably not this late in the league. I don't think they're gonna... Typically, like, if you get to this point in the league, they're not gonna really change anything. Yeah, I don't see much changing at this point. If the game goes, if like the town goes core, and I hope the town does go core, then I suspect that they might make some changes like that. Maybe they'll make changes, but I don't know if they're gonna change the scarab thing. I am curious what they plan to do with this whole town mechanic going forward, because it's been very successful. I think the majority of people want it in the game. Some people don't, but I think the majority of people do. I think they just need to make it so that it's not something that you I think if they have it where like it auto levels up the town, and you don't have to micromanage that part of it. I think even making it where you have to still interact with the ore nodes on maps is fine, but I think like they got to make it to where like your workers auto upgrade or something, so you don't have to constantly buy new ones. I think they'd have to make some changes to it. Otherwise, it might feel like it's competing with whatever the other league mechanic is that you're engaging with in future leagues. Maybe they'll just keep it in as is. And you'll just have to divide your time between the town and other stuff. The cool thing about the town is that it's like something that they could keep in the game as it is right now, and then future leagues could be more just like blast and kill mobs, you know, kind of like Breach style, where it's like you don't really have these convoluted game systems. It's more like just kill mobs and get loot. I think it would make those type of leagues, like, you know, Affliction type leagues or Sentinel type leagues, where you just kill stuff and get loot, would be a good complement to it, because then you can spend your brain power on the town, and you can just, like, kill mobs when you go into maps, which is what I think most people like in these types of games. Kill monsters, get loot. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to keep that Napper. I don't see why they wouldn't, honestly, because you're not going to have it on League launch, right? Because you don't get those until you advance your town. So, like, I don't see why they actually don't keep that. I think it's great for leveling alts. I'd be doing it right now if I had it on this game mode unlocked. I think I don't. Otherwise, I would have done it for this leveling this character. Yeah, that combo makes leveling alts feel so fucking good. They really do need to keep that in the game. Yeah, I guess we go for this life node next. What I should do is come down here, pick up this, and then branch down here, and then we can unspec some of that stuff. That shit almost got me killed. Thought I was out of that. Yeah, we're probably going to be farming Act 10 Ossuary for quite a bit before I go to maps on this character, because I am not satisfied with my gear setup at the moment. Not satisfied at all, bro. Fucking Soul Eater, dude. Oh, are you doing the tech where you're using, yeah, marionettes, right? So you gotta go buy new ones. That sucks. Yep. So crazy for me to think that they have specters that revive themselves in the game, because I played minions for so many years, and that's such a cool thing they added. They kind of nerfed its ability as a build itself, but it makes for interesting support setups, like with Guardian's Blessing. Man, we're really hurting for dexterity in this fucking build. I think we're good on clarity now. Thinking about what I want to do here. I kind of think we come down this way and grab devotion. Kind of, maybe. For the extra life. No.
I prefer the old one.
Lots of Zillion orbs. We won't complain. starting to get the divine life flasks. Alright. Almost done with this act. Fucking hate Act 8 so much. Like once you get to Act 9 and 10, it feels like it breezes through the rest of the campaign. Where is the long path? This is not it. I think you might feel that way, in my opinion, because it's Act 8. Act 8 is so bad. Act 9 and 10, like, feel so quick in comparison. But Act 8 is like, it's the worst act, leveling, hands down. Everything about it sucks. The side quests are like out of the way, like everything's just shitty about leveling Act 8. Yeah, you definitely like start to feel at the end of the game like you're just like, or the end of the campaign, you're just like, man, I really need to get the fuck done with this place. That was spicy right there. Do I want to drop? Are you all fucking chromies? Yeah, I don't need
Just
you.
to use this piece of shit.
Okay. See you, Fed. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the Hex Boss shenanigans.
You found. Mate.
Alright. I think I'm gonna do Act 9 boss and then make some coffee. Fucking spicy. Alright, she's down. This one should be down pretty soon. Alright. We beat the game. Congratulations. Really need dexterity. Fuck, I might have to spec into it on the tree. It's atrocious. It is what it is though, I guess. Do I try these ones out? Be interesting. Escaped Revenant, maybe? I'm kinda tempted to see what these are like. See how these play. Wonder what they do. Is it just one of them that's shotgunning the ability? Let's see. No, they're all doing it. Okay. I think they're basically the same.
It's fucking up.
I could go into this extra dex here. What is the corpse explosion? What the fuck, dude? Fuck you. Yeah, I hear that corpse explosion bullshit. Yeah, I think I gotta take the dexterity on the tree right now. Do I figure out shit on gear? This has a lot of lightning resist. Can I put... It's really unfortunate. I wonder what essences I have. Damn, I need like resistances. It's also garbage. I guess I could put like... What's my current shield have? Yeah. Oh, okay. It's got some fire and cold. And I think, it maxes us on resistances, but the only problem is going to be coloring on this. 2 red and a green on a blue base. Yeah. We'll save this though, I guess. Getting gear is fucking rough, dude. Because it's fine for now.
Yes. Until next time.
Should be fine for now. Alright, I'm gonna make some coffee. I'll be right back. Had to grab my hoodie, it's getting cold. And I have my hot coffee. Alright. It's a weird screen jitter there.
Orb of alchemy.
Orb of alchemy, alright. What did I have? I'll have it once I get done with the campaign. Okay, and we can get rid of the freeze immunity flask. There is that. Spicy.
Just a useless piece of shit.
Oh yeah. Might be time to do a lab soon. Why is this guy so fucking ridiculously tough? Is the burning ground killing my zombies? Probably. Yeah, it's fucking killing the zombies. course it has an apparition. Fuck this game, dude. Okay. Just gotta go find the quest item. Maybe it's over here. Alright game, where's the quest item? Where's the quest item game? There it is.
That's a flask.
fight a red beast right now. Fuck off. Just wanna kill this boss.
Shame. I would have loved the basilisk as a pet. Divination card! Jeweler's orb!
Where is the counter mob? Probably down this way. Yep.
mission card.
Alright, let's see here. Did we get anything good? Nope.
See you.
Cha-ching.
Might go to town after I clear this next area. Probably time to get boats running again.
Cha-ching. Cha-ching.
This mob is super fucking annoying. So, bye-bye. Bye-bye. It helps if my minions are in here. I don't like that seismic trap right there. No, thank you. Bro, could you just like fuck off and die? That'd be great. Thank you. Out of portal scrolls? What? Hey, look, we can do this. It was that easy. Alright. We go do our next lab. So we can pick up some more damage in life. This will be the nice one right here, and we can get some additional PDR, but let's go do this.
Goddess is watching. The weary traveler draws close to the end. Sovereign powers the center of eternity. Forget your freedom. You were born for this. Sweep the trammels of past empires aside. Make your empire anew.
Probably gotta go this way. I thought we were about it. Oh, wrong way. Alright. Okay.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must navigate the empire. Be seen of others. Tyranny is inescapable.
Alright.
Just a useless piece of shit.
Actually, let's go ahead and do this.
Now I am truly surrounded by death. Actually worth it. Oh, I forgot to go to town. I'll do it after I get back 10. It's probably this way. Fuck off, dude.
Go back and do that later. I gotta be careful because this boss can definitely kill me.
Too much clutter.
104 life, crazy, and 35 lightning resist. And we can put a extra modifier on you. Yeah, dude.
Remember, we do this for freedom.
Cold and lightning resist. Alright, 80 life. And it has lightning resist. I dig. We just don't have shit. Alright, whatever.
Hello. Remember, we do this for freedom.
You should really check. Hail!
It's actually a pretty interesting ring because it's got a shit ton of life, chaos resist, and it has the dex. might be able to do something with that.
What was I doing again?
Hail.
Actually, I should take some of these things so I can start getting this guy going again.
Local.
Alright. They want wheat.
Now what was the name of that wench last night?
Well, actually, I want to divide up my crops, so we'll do something like this. And I think we do want to send some of this.
I'll give him the word. Taylor's luck, I hope.
Hail.
Oh no, we want to do this.
Always a pleasure.
Okay. Oh, 3 times in a row. Are you fucking kidding me right now, dude? Fuck this stupid game. Alright. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Bannon. Now. Now.
Innocence, beautiful. Farewell.
Good day. Oops, clumsy me.
Okay.
Nothing can stop me this time.
This one. Yeah, we definitely have to farm Ossuary for quite a while before I go to maps. Gear is just not there. Yeah, I think that might be it for tonight. I think tomorrow I will grind out ossuary to get some better gear, and then hopefully get to maps. Start mapping tomorrow. Yeah. I was trying to hit 2 green on this chest. But yeah, thanks for watching. Be curious to see what I can do with this build if I actually get to maps and do stuff. But I'm gonna catch some sleep. Catch you all later.